everyone, I'm Trevor, and today we're at Disney California Adventure for Festival of Holidays. We're gonna buy a Sip and Savor Pass, buy all 8 items, and try them for you right here on the channel. So let's get going. We are gonna do this food festival video a little different than usual. Usually I show all of the food booths up front, but we started in Disneyland today. So we're just gonna come straight to the food booth and we're gonna get going. Merry Mashups is the first booth we come across, and we are, well, Amy's not going in the line. Didn't go through the line. So the first thing we did was bought a Sip and Savor Pass. You'll notice the 8 there. They have 2 Sip and Savor Passes this year, an 8 count and a 4 count. The 8 count is $63. With my annual pass holder discount, it came down to $58 for me. They have no tabs anymore. This is something they started, I think, back at Food and Wine this past year. No tabs, and now they use a barcode. Don't worry, I redeemed all of those things already. And they have a little peel sticker that you peel off and you enter that code in, so it's like a kind of like a safety measure as well. And we did all of this. We got this receipt. We purchased 10 items, actually 10 because the kids, this is actually one of the food festivals that the kids are usually here with us for, and so we're getting items for them too. We got 10 items all in one receipt, all ordered from the same booth, and then they will cross out the items as you go to the different pickup stations, and you just keep this receipt until all of the items are redeemed. So here at Merry Mashups, they have a few items. The Holiday Mash Bowl is chicken, cheddar mashed potatoes, and turkey gravy with cranberry stuffing crunch, and then an M&M's peanut butter fudge cake. Both of these items we have ordered because they sounded really good to us. And then they also have a glacier margarita, but we're not going to cover all of the alcoholic beverages here, just mostly the foods and maybe some non-alcoholic drinks. If you are a Magic Key holder, this little nook right here, you see this building? This little nook, it's right next to Mater's Junkyard Jamboree and the Blue Sky Cellar area. You'll see there's the sign that says Welcome Magic Key Holders, and back in this area is a special Magic Key holder dining area, so that it's usually less crowded back here. So a hint for the Magic Key holders. And first up we have that Holiday Mash Bowl, just like we said from the sign. Chicken, cheddar mashed potatoes, turkey gravy, and cranberry stuffing crunch. Moving on over to the M&M's peanut butter fudge cake. Here's a better description of it. It's chocolate fudge cake filled with peanut praline and M&M's peanut butter minis, glazed with salted peanut butter and topped with vanilla chantilly cream. That sounds really good to me. So these are all different individual chicken bites, and we're gonna let the kids eat some of the chicken. They don't necessarily like mashed potatoes, so we're gonna get some of the mashed potatoes here. Cheesy mashed potatoes.
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like the chicken mashed potato bowls from like KFC that they used to have?
Probably. I don't know if I ever actually had one of those.
It was one of my favorite items from KFC.
But it's good.
My turn. I think it might be better than that KFC chicken bowl. I can't really describe why though. I mean, it tastes like you're thinking it tastes. Little fried bits of chicken, mashed potatoes. What I can't really explain is the cheese. There's like this nice little cheese flavor in there that it's really hard to describe, but
It's good.
it is really good. The kids are just gonna have the chicken bites here. They don't, like I said, they don't like mashed potatoes, but they are gonna have the chicken bits here. So once we got the chicken out of the way and the kids ate that, Amy and I were starting to dig into the mashed potatoes, and you could really get the crumbles, like the crunch from the crumbles in there, as well as the cranberries. I really liked both of them. I liked cranberries, and the crunch was kind of like almost like a crouton kind of stuffing type crunch to it. And it was really good, but I like that sort of thing. Now let's see what Amy thinks.
I really like cheese sauce on here. We might have to try to make this for dinner sometime.
How are you going to find the recipe?
Just make cheese sauce on a mashed potato, probably.
It doesn't have to be exactly that
It doesn't have to be
recipe.
exactly like that. And then put like little chicken tenders on top, probably.
Yeah.
But
Or dino nuggies? Dino nuggies!
I could do without the cranberries. I like craisins, but I don't know. I felt like I didn't need them in this, but this was good. I like this item.
Now the boys are just going to dig straight into this little cake. Hopefully they leave some for us. Okay, I did manage to squeeze out a little bite before they devoured the whole thing. All the M&Ms were gone by the time I got in there, though. I like the peanut butter on top. The cake is cold and very dense. Very dense. And because it's cold and dense, I felt like it was lacking a little bit in flavor. You know how when items are colder, you don't get as much flavor out of them. And so, I don't know. This one could have been better, but it was still good. But I feel like it could have been better. The cake part itself is a little too dense, a little too cold for me. Whoa, look what we found inside. Okay, this might change the whole game. I gotta get another bite. Let's try another one. Wow, that was really good. I thought it was just the peanut butter on top. This is like, I don't know, it's some sort of peanut butter filling. There's like a grainy texture to it. Like, you know, the sugar crystals, you kind of taste the sugar crystals in there. More like, kind of like a Reese's peanut butter filling. Instead of just regular peanut butter on top, because it was just regular peanut butter on top. And inside, they've got something very similar to like a Reese's peanut butter filling.
Peanut butter mixed with powdered sugar. Because it reminds me of, like, or even flour, I don't know. It reminds me of the filling, like how it starts when you're making little blossom cookies, like peanut butter blossom cookies. But
that texture, yeah. That like if you were eating the dough for that.
Yeah.
That's kind of that texture. Also, a quick shout out to one of our members here on the channel, Hey Casey. She gave us a super thanks. That's like a way for you to donate on the videos on the channel. Gave us a super thanks that completely paid for this entire Sip and Savor Pass. She said, I want to treat you guys, take it and buy a Sip and Savor with it. So this video today is thanks to Hey Casey. That's her YouTube name, and I appreciate you very much. Thank you for helping sponsor this video. Now, as you were heading back towards the Carthay area, there is this little nook off to the right, and they've been putting food booths back here. It looks like there's only one this year. Sometimes they have 2 food booths back here, but it looks like it's just going to be Grandma's recipes. Now, there is a like a barbacoa tamal de res back here, which is pretty good. We did not order that. But there's a cookie dough Yule log that's going to be the item that we want to check out. But it's a little too early for us to keep going on desserts, so we're going to come back. Next up, we're going to come to a Twist on Tradition, which is just outside of the Sonoma Terrace area. From this booth, we ordered the barbecue pulled pork cornbread bake with a creamy slaw. No description for you. What you see is what you get, and we're gonna experience it with you guys for the first time. And of course, this is what Amy thinks of it. This is why you're here, people, right? This is why you're here.
Like I said,
Amy's expressions.
So last night, Trevor and I made separate lists of what we wanted to get, and then we looked to see, you know, how they compared to each other. And I think matched up on everything but 2 items.
And this is one of those 2 items.
This is not what I would have picked. I don't like coleslaw.
But you don't have to eat the coleslaw.
And cornbread's just, it's okay.
Apparently, she didn't realize that this is a barbecue bake. She is like pleasantly surprised to find something under the cornbread.
Yeah,
I guess she thought she was just eating cornbread.
I did.
So maybe not so disastrous after all.
You have redeemed yourself.
I'm glad.
This is actually pretty good. Doesn't need the coleslaw, but
it's also incredibly tiny. Incredibly tiny.
It's very dense, so.
Okay.
And what's nice is it's piping hot, though.
Yeah.
Like, very hot.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's actually really
good. Cornbread's kind of dry, but wow, whatever barbecue sauce is on that pulled pork, that's really good pulled pork. This is really good. I wish it were a little bigger. I get what you mean by it's kind of dense, in that it goes deeper than you think. So there's more of it here than I suppose you expect. Let me have some of the coleslaw.
It's slaw.
It's coleslaw. What can you say? There's nothing special about it. I'm not the biggest fan of coleslaw, but I'm actually going to eat this, so it's good. It's a good coleslaw. And I'm just showing you guys because I feel like sometimes we have to say this, okay? Our kids are eating this food too. Now I thought we'd come and take a look at what the rest of the items that they have here at this booth are. We've got a turkey galantine croissant muffin slider, which looks, interesting. But we passed on that. Look at the price though. This is a really good item for the Sip and Savor Pass, as is the barbecue pulled pork cornbread bake. Really good item for the Sip and Savor Pass. Good value for you. And then they also have a alcoholic beverage here. The next booth in our path is Winter Sliderland, and we're gonna look at these items here because we're right here right now. They've got the beef brisket slider. This is not new. Check out the price there, $9.25. Another good value. We had this last year. You can check out last year's video if you want to see that. This year we did order the Al Pastor pork and a pineapple slider, but we're not going to get that right this minute. We're going to go straight to the mac and cheese for the kids, and then here are a couple other items for you from this list. A little word of warning, they do not have beverages at these food carts aside from like the ones that they sell at the food cart you see for like 18 bucks for the alcoholic ones or whatever. So if you just want a cup of water, you can't get them at the food carts. So we came over here to Lucky Fortune Cookery, one of our favorite places to get a cup of water. You just walk up to the mobile order window. You don't need to stand in the standby line or anything like that, and you can get water. So that means no sodas, no bottles of water, nothing like that is available at the food carts. Literally just the item that they have pictured on the board. Back here by Grizzly River Run and the Eureka Water Wheel, we have a holiday duet, and this is where we're going to get the mac and cheese. Now check out this, the pickup line for this place is the longest line that we've seen so far. It pales in comparison to pickup lines that we've seen during Food and Wine Festival, but so far today, at all the food booths that we've gone to, we could just walk right up and get the food item, and this one actually has a bit of a line. And this is the booth where you are going to get the mac and cheeses, and so they have a savory Kugel mac and cheese, which is not new, but then they have that Chorizo Queso Fundido, which this used to come in like a little chips and dip type thing, but now they have a mac and cheese version this year, and you can get the holiday duet, which is a half portion of each, so you can see that it's split half and half there. We just ordered one of each of these, and then they also have a Christmas mule. So first up we have the Chorizo Queso Fundido mac and cheese with tortilla crunch, and you can see the tortilla crunches there on top. Looks like we also have some cilantro on top, and of course the meat there is going to be the chorizo, and just regular mac and cheese underneath that, so all the flavoring is going to come from what is on top here. There was a little bit of a snafu at this food booth. Apparently this mac and cheese is so popular that they sold out of the Kugel for right now. They have to make some more. They said it's going to take about a half an hour. So a half an hour, they do not have the Kugel. That means you also wouldn't be able to get the holiday duet at this time. They had a little bit left over and they gave a couple of duets out, but then after that, they are done with the Kugel until they can get another resupply. So we're just going to eat the chorizo for right now, and we'll come back later for the Kugel. So the Chorizo Queso Fundido, when it was on the chip variety, was one of our favorite things at Festival of Holidays. And so hopefully this is worthy of a worthy successor.
I don't think the kids are going to eat this one.
Too spicy?
It's got a kick to it.
Well, what about if they just eat the mac and cheese? Because you can clearly see the parts that aren't mixed. You could eat over here this portion. You could eat over here this portion. Let the kids eat that around the meat, and then afterwards we'll mix it up with what's underneath it. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good, but I miss my chorizo. I miss my queso.
The cheese dip was really good.
That was like our favorite thing that we got multiple times.
Multiple times. It was the only thing that we've ever bought like 5 or 6 of each festival. It's got a little kick to it. It's got a nice little kick to it. The meat is mostly where the kick is, of course, going to be. I like the tortilla crunch. That added a nice texture as well. I do agree with Amy. I mean, nothing beat the queso dip itself. The queso dip was just top notch, and I'm gonna miss it. Maybe they'll bring it back next year. Hope they do. But this is still a really good item. Very tasty mac and cheese. While we were eating this, we did notice that the Kugel became available. So James went to go hop in line, and he's gonna get our Kugel mac and cheese for us. And we'll compare it right to the other one, now. That's the best, of course, when we can compare them side by side. And this is the savory Kugel mac and cheese with herb breadcrumbs, sour cream, and chives. Of course, you can see all of that happening here right on top. I got this last year. I remember really enjoying it. So let's compare it to the Chorizo Queso Fundido mac and cheese. And the kids are descending upon this like vultures. This one is going to get taken up very quickly. It's like, Amy, get your bite in before they take it all. Okay, so what did you think about this one?
I like this one.
This one's better than the Queso Fundido, you think?
It's different. I like the queso one. I wish the queso one was maybe a little cheesier, like more of that cheese on it. Because this has so much sauce that I think. Well,
it's very heavily sour cream.
Yeah.
That's a good chunk of sour cream.
But it's very good.
Much creamier, much cheesier flavor, especially with the sour cream on there. Definitely agree this is the better of the two mac and cheeses. I like the Chorizo Queso Fundido mac and cheese as well. Both of them are like 2 thumbs up. But if I have to pit them side by side, it's holiday duets. They're like dueling duets, right? The Kugel gets the win. There's a reason why it's back from last year. Benjamin would like to say something.
That's noodles! I agree with Benjamin.
Yeah? Glad to hear it. After those 5 items, everybody is mostly pretty full. And so we're gonna stop eating for now. We're gonna go do some other things. It's gonna be in a different video, the other things that we're doing. If I get any food here at Disney California Adventure, even if it is not from Festival of Holidays, it'll be in this video. That'll be, like I said, a little bit later on, like as perhaps snacks. And then we're gonna get a good portion of the rest of the items actually for dinner later tonight. So those 5 items for my family of 4 mostly filled us up. Could I eat a little bit more? Perhaps. But everybody's mostly filled. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I decided I wanted to get a snack, so we came over here to Schmoozie's to get one of their milkshakes. And Mickey's Happy Holidays is going on right by as we are here getting the milkshake. I don't know if it's just crazy busy today and they're not planning accordingly or what, but been standing here at Schmoozie's for 15 minutes. I went up to the window and just asked them, you know, I've been seeing people getting served. You know, did you forget about me? And they said, oh, sorry, we ran out of shakes. And they said that they ran out of milk. And so I've just been standing here for 15 minutes. I think because I mobile ordered, nobody could tell me that they ran out of milk. So I've just been standing here, but hopefully it'll be soon. They said they should be getting it shortly. And here it is, my Elf Mickey shake. It's got 2 Oreo cookies here, a bunch of whipped cream on top. This is a mint milkshake, and it's also got peppermint like crunchies on top. This will be my 3rd milkshake since Disney changed the recipe on their milkshakes, and 3rd time's a charm. If it tastes really good now, I'm just gonna go and assume that every single milkshake from here on out is gonna be fantastic. And the kids get the Oreos. I think that's fair. There's only 2 of them, and so they get them. Let's go ahead and try this. Minty, cookies and creamy, but more cookies and cream than mint. It says mint, right? The mint isn't all in the whipped cream. It's very strongly cookies and cream. Good. It is very good. Yes. Yes. Change the recipe. And the way it is now, these are really good milkshakes. I used to not like Disney's milkshakes. Whatever they did, maybe it was because I've constantly been bashing their milkshakes. I doubt I have that big of a voice to them. but maybe so. I'm so happy whatever they did, they changed the recipe, and these things are phenomenal now. I love them. Every shake. The 3rd shake in a row. This has been great. Let's see what Amy thinks.
It's growing on me.
It's growing on you?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta let the first couple of sips get through?
Mm-hmm. You are right. They have updated their shakes.
It's so much better now.
Yeah. They're actually like creamy and good.
And chocolatey.
Yeah, before it wasn't very chocolatey.
All right. So we drank the first half. Now the kids are gonna devour the second half. Yummy? Yeah. I did look up the description of the item just on the menu board there. It does say mint and chocolate cookie shake. There's definitely still some mint in there, but the cookies and cream is definitely the stronger of the 2 flavors, I think. There's definitely some mint as well. It's regular mint, not peppermint. They have the peppermint crushed candies on top, but that's just on the top. You can't taste those at all because, well, you're drinking from the bottom and then everything kind of sinks, unless you want to mix in the whipped cream and all that. I didn't. Like, I'm not a big whipped cream person, but this shake is really good. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon now, and we are coming to Favorite Things. This booth is located just outside of Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. Being some favorite things, there is quite a line here for pickup, so we are gonna hop in line. And from favorite things, we ordered both of the food items. First up, we have the sticky toffee pudding macaron. Now, this is the item everyone is talking about. A Mickey-shaped chocolate macaron filled with vanilla buttercream, date cake, and salted toffee sauce. And next, we also got the braised pork belly adobo with garlic rice. This is not new. They have had this item before in the past. We've enjoyed it. We thought we would get it again, and this is what it looks like. The kids are eyeing up both of these like, ooh, this looks really good. They love rice and, what? You love the song? Oh. So that's the pork belly with the rice.
Good as always.
Good as always? Mm-hmm. Is there a reason why it's on favorite things?
There's a reason it's on favorite things and it comes back every year.
Yum. The pork belly just falls apart in your mouth. The rice is nothing special. I feel like the rice, I mean, it's a garlic rice, so it's got a slight garlic flavor too. The rice, aside from that, it's the texture and flavor of white rice. So the rice isn't like something super special, but that pork belly, so good, nice and warm, falls apart in your mouth. Good texture, not chewy. It's so good. Amy was just commenting on the rice. She's like, how do I get my rice to be like this? And I said, well, it's just regular white rice. She said, well, no, it's smaller. It's a short grain rice. And then she commented on how hers usually comes out very sticky. And I'm wondering if they pretty much like doused this in butter. So that
so good?
Yeah, it probably doused it in butter so that it doesn't stick quite as much. It does seem like it's buttered and garlicked.
Garlic butter?
Yeah, garlic butter. Now we're going to cut into the macaron. And of course, always got to start with Mickey's ears. I feel like that's the logical place to start with a Mickey. So this is supposedly the best item of the festival, according to TikTok and Instagram and whatever else there is out there that people listen to. YouTube.
I feel like you're going to prefer the peppermint one.
Probably. I love that peppermint one.
But it is good.
You love sticky toffee puddings. Does this live up to the hype of sticky toffee pudding?
I don't know, because I don't remember what sticky toffee pudding tastes like.
How can you forget? It's your favorite dessert.
That I get like once every 5 years, honey.
When you go to Rosencrown, they have sticky toffee pudding at Universal. You'll have to get their sticky toffee pudding at the Three Broomsticks.
Yeah.
When we go in December.
Up on butterbeer.
And butterbeer. Here we go, moment of truth. Is this better than the peppermint macaron? It's really good. They're really good. That is very good. So, I get the hype. Very good. Is it better than the peppermint macaron? My reaction says no, right? A couple of you commented on my reaction to biting into the peppermint macaron. That was such a surprise, I suppose. I wasn't expecting. This is still really good. I would put them even, or the peppermint slightly edging it out, but this is still really good. Fantastic. As Amy said, she said it's not too sweet. And a big problem with the macarons at Disney is they're very sweet, like overly sweet, like sickeningly sweet sometimes. You know, where you can only have a bite or two, and that's it. You got to stop. This is actually so good. I feel like I could easily devour a whole one all by myself and not feel that sickening feeling in my stomach. We were going to save all 5 of the remaining items for dinner. So we're going to go over, see the parade, and then we're going to look at the Small World lights and things, and then hop back over here and eat dinner in the evening. But Amy said she was worried about this sticky toffee pudding macaron running out, especially that we have run into 2 situations today where they have run out of some ingredients. Now, they've been able to get more ingredients, but it can happen, people. It can happen that they will run out of something. So just as a precaution, we got it now before we hopped over to Disneyland for the parade.
3 hours later.
And here we are, we've come to Brews and Bites. This is where we are going to get the chicken chicharron. Now, the chicken is the only food item from this booth. Everything else they have is going to be a drink. Of course, it's called Brews and Bites. And as we said, this is the chicken chicharron with basmati rice, herb chutney, and masala drizzle. What you're looking at is, again, the only food item that they have at the Brews and Bites booth. Now, I'm going to be the only person to mostly eat this. I think Amy might try a bite, but I do want to let you know that Amy had a full meal while we were waiting for the parade. She got the potato from Troubadour Tavern, and the kids had a full meal waiting for the parade as well. So all they're interested in right now is our dessert, the final item on this list. You just have to wait and see what it is, but I'll let her sample this first.
I can't figure out what these things are, but this has got a kick to it.
So I'm gonna need some water.
Probably.
My turn. I'm waiting for the kick to come.
You didn't get the kick?
I'm waiting.
Was it just my piece?
There's a slight tingle, but like the way that you played it up, I thought this was gonna have a huge aftertaste.
I thought it had a kick, but maybe I got more of that yellow sauce that's on it than the green sauce. Because I think it's
possible.
I think it's yellow sauce that's spicy, not the green sauce.
I didn't get any kick on the yellow. None. It's the green. It does have a little bit of a kick. Not as big as I thought it would be, based on Amy's reaction. But I'm also the person that gets spicier food than Amy. When we order from places, I'll always go about a level higher than her on spice. It does have a kick. It does have like a flavor, an aftertaste, a tingle, if you will. So if you don't like spice, you probably want to avoid this altogether. But at the same time, I do want to let you know this is kind of tough. I feel like I was doing a lot of chewing. It wasn't very tender. Not like the pork belly that falls apart in your mouth. So good. Would I get this again? I don't know. Because I like the flavors. The flavor is good. The spice, like I said, it's got a nice little bit of heat to it. And so it's not bland. But I do feel like if I have to pick 8 items, I'm probably leaving this one off in the future.
I think it would be good if it had the little chicken bites that we had on that holiday mashed potato bowl earlier. Like, they're almost like, you know, chicken strip type bites instead of...
They were like little
just
chicken nuggets,
yeah,
kind of.
they were like little chicken nuggets. Like, I think that would be better on this than the...
well, the whole
fried
idea
chicken.
is it's the chicharron.
I know, but it just makes it crunchy and, like you said, kind of tough.
I just had a bit of rice that is like drenched in the green sauce, and my lips are burning now. Now we're coming back to Winter Sliderland that we pointed out earlier, which is over by Sonoma Terrace and the Twist of Tradition, because this is where we are going to get our Al Pastor slider. And this item is the Al Pastor pork and pineapple slider on a corn type bun. I don't remember the exact name. Amy is usually here so that I can read the name while we're looking at this food item, but she went to go get some water. Sorry, it's a little dark. This is the best I can do in this area. I can taste the pineapple right away. Right away. Big chunks of pineapple in here. A little bit of a kick to this as well. I didn't really taste much pork though. I think I got a little bit of the texture of the pork, but couldn't really taste it. The pineapple was taken over. This is going to be really hard for me to eat and film. I'm already losing some stuff, so I'm just gonna eat it and then we'll talk about it. All right, so I got out my handy little light here that I purchased just for this type of situation. So it was sweet and tangy, very sweet, very tangy. I really liked the flavor of it. Lots of pineapple, so of course you've got the pineapple again is the overpowering flavor here. Couldn't really taste much of the pork. I'm not even sure how much pork was on here. There was so much pineapple. The pineapple was just falling out all over the place. Falling on the plate, falling on the table here. It's just falling out. When you push down on it, like everything just kind of squeezed out of this one. The sweet and tangy flavor does have a little bit of sweet and spicy in there too. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Got some sweet, got some spicy. And I liked it. Comparing it, I mean, I have to compare to my memory from last year, but I think I preferred the brisket slider. Neither one are necessarily like high on my get again list, especially of the other things that I've had here today, but I might put the brisket slider above the Al Pastor pork. Just my thoughts. And And for the final item, we come to Grandma's Recipes, the little one that's in the nook of Avengers Campus. Look who it is!
I'm looking, but I don't see nobody. You told me to look for somebody. I don't see nobody. You told me to look. Oh, right here. Oh.
David.
Oh, you're talking about me.
From Big Red Journeys.
I'm sorry. Hello there, everybody.
A
long time no see.
He snuck up on us. We're waiting in line to get the Yule log, which we're going to show you in just a little bit. He's going to take my Yule log, apparently.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Walking off with my Yule log.
I'm the ghost of Christmas presents.
Yeah, presents. All right.
There you go.
You're a little absent-minded spirit.
Oh, I'm a rather large absent-minded spirit.
But you guys were here celebrating Life Day, right?
Yes, we were. No, we were enjoying it. That's why I got my Life Day bucket right over here.
Oh, perfect.
Celebrating it. I got some Kashyyyk cheese branches in there for home.
Oh, nice.
For later. You know, those are always delicious. But it was good. It was a good time.
So,
good show out.
What is it? People were asking, what is Life Day?
What is Life Day?
What did they do?
For the quickest translation is going to be Star Wars Christmas. But even then, it's a terrible translation because it all started in '77. They had a Christmas special. And Life Day is a holiday that the Wookiees celebrate on Kashyyyk. Yeah. And Life Day is supposed to be kind of like a remembrance of all those that have passed on to the great beyond. And, they remember their life prior to that and celebrate life in general. Okay. And then it just got turned into Christmas, Star Wars Christmas. And fans like us have taken it and ran with it.
All right.
But it's most notably for a couple things. One is, it's such a terrible show that George Lucas himself has said he wishes he never created it. And two, it actually has a cartoon that introduced the first version of Boba Fett.
Okay. And, what are you guys doing?
Oh, we're going to get some food now.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it.
There you go.
And from Grandma's Recipes, we have the cookie dough Yule log filled with chocolate chip cookie dough and white chocolate mousse covered with chocolate buttercream. This looks so good. Can't wait to dive in. I feel like this is Amy's most looked forward to item because she loves cookie dough. So the fact that she had to go for a second bite.
It just kind of tastes more like chocolate cake than, like a host Swiss roll than it does cookie dough. But maybe the cookie dough is more in the center and we aren't to it yet.
Maybe not. I got some cookie dough. I could tell because of the texture. Like I could taste or feel a little cookie dough ball inside. But the flavor was completely overpowered by like the chocolate mousse. I couldn't taste it at all. I know it was there just because of texture alone, but no, this is for calling it a cookie dough Yule log, it's kind of a miss because you can't even taste the cookie dough. Okay, we need Benjamin's review.
We chowed down the dough.
Yeah, you chowed down the dough.
Yeah.
What, did you like it?
Yeah.
Was it your favorite?
Yeah.
I did want to add one final note about the Yule log because I wanted you to know that I did legitimately like it. I thought it was really good. Just because it didn't have the cookie dough flavor that we were expecting doesn't mean it wasn't a good item. We did really enjoy it. Would recommend that you get it. It's definitely something that I recommend. Word of caution, they do sell out. They do run out. I imagine the Macaron is probably the same way. Remember we mentioned that earlier? Well, when we went to go pick up the Yule log, they made it sound like they weren't actually giving those out anymore, but they had a few still back in the fridge for somebody who bought it earlier in the day like we did. But the guy was wondering if they even had any. And they said that, I don't know exactly what they said. I couldn't catch the whole conversation. But the gist of it was that because I had purchased it earlier, they were able to give me one. And so I'm glad that worked out. Well, that's going to be it for our time here today at Disney California Adventure 4 Festival of Holidays. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. If you want to see our Disneyland food video, click this video right here. And we will see you again next time.